Hey everybody, this is Jamie Walker, and I am here to show you a way that I have found that I love to apply my Jamberry wraps. So I would encourage everyone to start with the application method that is found on the back of your wrap packing. You can also find that on the Jamberry website. It's a fantastic video, and it is the right application for about 90% of the people. I just found that a couple of my fingers are very curved, my index fingers and my ring fingers, and I was always getting wrinkling on them no matter what I did, no matter what I tried, until I found this method that another consultant shared, and she calls it the reverse warm method. So I've been using this method, and I just wanted to give you guys a video to show you. So before you start, the first thing to know is that nail prep is extremely important. You have got to make sure that your cuticles are pushed back and that your nails are very clean. So my cuticles have all been pushed back. I wash my hands with Dawn dish liquid just to get off any lotions or residues that might be on my nails. And then you always have to make sure that you clean your nails very well. I use the Jamberry nail prep cleanser. You can use alcohol. I just like this because it's a little bit less harsh than just straight alcohol. But you want to make sure that you clean them really well, simply because you're putting a wrap on top. You want to make sure that there's no residue left on your nails beforehand. I usually use the strengthening base coat on my nails before I do my wraps, which I do have on right now. I put this on about an hour ago. You have to make sure it's dry before you put your wraps on. And everything that you need to apply your wraps is found on our website. I use the heater, of course, which is like my very favorite thing. If you're going to buy anything, buy the heater. It will save your application, make it super easy. And then I use all of the tools that are that you get in our application kit. Again, you can get a lot of these things outside, but seriously, for the price, you might as well just grab them all at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my heater on. You hear that? You don't hear much because it's pretty quiet, and mine's been banged around a lot, so it's a little bit old. But so here's the key: when you're doing your wraps, you want to make sure that you choose a wrap that is the right size to your nail. You do not want to go too big. When you do your wraps, you want to make sure that you have a little sliver of your nail showing on either side. I'm sure it's going to be very hard to see, but basically it's going to have a little bit of nail showing on either side so that you're not touching your skin, because that will give you not a very good application. So I'm going to move this down and see if I can let you guys see what I am doing here. Okay, so the first thing I do is I chose my size. So I am going to use my little orange stick here to kind of pull up the wrap. You don't want to touch the wrap because you have oils and things on your nails or on your fingers naturally. And so I usually cut my wrap a little bit longer than my nail, simply because I want to make it easy to apply. I usually don't touch it, but it's long enough. I want to move it on the orange stick so that I have room. So here is the difference. So right now, normally I would have heated this because that's what the regular application calls for. But today I'm not. I'm actually just going to gently place it on my nail. And when I say gently, I mean just sit it down in the center. Roll your orange stick up, and I just moved a little bit. Roll your orange stick up if it's still on the orange stick. If it's not, and you're long enough, you can just place it. Now you can see it's just sitting on there, but it's not actually adhered. So these are heat activated. So now I am, can't see, holding it up to the heat for a few seconds, and I am going to use my thumbnail, and I'm going to firmly press my wrap down. And the key is firm pressure. You don't want to hurt it, but I am rubbing all the way around my nail very firmly. And so now it is actually on my nail. Now I'm going to add the heat again for about 5 seconds till it gets nice and toasty. I kind of like to turn it around sideways and stuff to make sure I'm heating the whole thing. And then I use what I call Jamberry Gold, and it is this rubber cuticle pusher, and then I use that to firmly press. Again, I'm not hurting myself, I'm not hurting my nail, but I am making sure that I'm getting all the way in the corners and everything is applied well. So there is how I get my wrap on. Now I leave this on, I leave it long, I don't trim it, I don't file it, and I just go and I continue to do the rest of my nails on that hand. I want to let them cool before I file or clip them, simply because they will shrink a little bit, because it's like, think of little shrinky wrap. So again, I stick it on my orange stick. Here we go. I gently place it. I have not heated it yet. Just gently placing it. Now I'm going to heat it for about 3 or 4 seconds. And then I'm going to press it firmly with my thumb all the way around. Firmly, not hurting, but good pressure. And now it's on. Now I'm going to heat it again for about 5 seconds till it's nice and warm. I like to move my nail around to make sure I'm heating it well. And then I'm using my cuticle pusher to make sure it is sealed down in all of the areas. Simple, simple, simple. I have no wrinkles now. On that nail, I would have totally had a wrinkling had I have used the regular application method. So I would go ahead and do this whole hand. And once I was done with this hand, that is when I would either clip or file. I am usually a person who clips. I just clip it off. I clip a little bit of my nail off. But you can also file. If you file, you just leave it long like that, and you just go straight down. And you just want to file it, and you'll see it. I got a baby crying in the background. Apologies for that. Welcome to the Walker house. But you just file it down, and you will see that that little excess just comes right off. Sometimes it takes a little more work than others. Come on, there we go. And now my nail is perfect. Looks fantastic, and I'm ready to go. And that is it. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I will see you soon.